him. So Mr. Adeyeni career in nursing began at Obafemi Awolowo University Teaching Hospital Complex, Deputy Director of Nursing Services, and currently serves as the
It's okay. It's okay.
Without wasting of our time, yesterday, an introduction, his bio was read. So, permit me, and let's give a loud of applause to our speaker as he has the floor. You're welcome.
Good afternoon, participants, other speakers that have spoken here, and all attendees. The topic before me this evening is emerging trends, challenges, opportunities in surgical education and professional development. I want to appreciate all the organizers for choosing me, for counting me worthy to come and present this topic. And I want to appreciate all the participants for their rapt attention all this while. This is the outline for the presentation. Objective of this topic, at the end of this interaction, the participant will be able to understand the latest developments in surgical education, appreciate the professional growth within the healthcare sector compared to what happened yesteryears. The participant will be able to have a deeper knowledge of the current challenges faced by operating room professionals, recognize potential opportunities that can enhance surgical education, training, and professional development, and be able to phantom solutions to possible challenges confronting surgical education. Surgical education is a dynamic and evolving field that encompasses training and professional development of perioperative professionals across all specialties, be you surgeons, be you perioperative nurses, be you anesthesiologists. Surgical education is evolving. It plays vital roles in training the next generation of surgeons, perioperative nurses, anesthesiologists, surgical technologists, etc., in ensuring delivery of safe and effective care to clients. Yesteryears, surgical education is like apprenticeship, whereby somebody will be learning from a master. But now, it has gone beyond that to a kind of simulation and competency-based training framework. Surgical education has continuously adapted to meet the demand of contemporary healthcare of the populace. This topic aims to provide a comprehensive overview of surgical education, exploring its historical background, current methodologies, challenges, and the ways out. From the historical perspective, before now, surgical education has to be an informal setting whereby you learn it from how it is being done by your master. You follow him, you watch what he does, hand-on, but now it has gone beyond that. Emergence of anatomical dissection. Now we have what we call anatomical dissection in the laboratory, anatomical lab. That was not there before now, but now things are changing. In 19th and 20th century saw the development of academic centers and formalized trainings. There are institutions that have been setting up. Medical centers, universities are growing up where this surgical education are being learned. Surgical education is now characterized by its combination of informative instructions, clinical rotations, simulation-based training, and lifelong learning opportunities. Before now, all these things were not there. But what is obtainable now is that we have informative instructions from experts. We have clinical rotations of students, and we have simulation-based, so that we will not be in a situation whereby we are dealing with live patients. We will not be able to be making mistakes correction will be easily made in a simulation-based training. In the contemporary methodologies in surgical education, it encompasses a range of methodologies aimed at developing the knowledge, skill, and attitude required for safe and effective preoperative practices. While the traditional approaches, that is, bedside teaching, remains the bedrock of any surgical education anywhere in the world. It provides the trainees with hands-on experience and exposure to real-world clinical scenarios. You'll be able to do this. Technological advancements have revolutionized surgical education, enabling the development of simulation-based training programs, virtual reality simulators, and digital learning platforms. This allows trainees to practice surgical procedure in a controlled environment, providing opportunities for the deliberate practice, error correction, and skill refinement without risk to the patient. If it is emulation, the risk to the patient is highly reduced. Nowadays, we have accreditation of programs by different professional councils, like Medical and Dental Council in Nigeria here, are going all around to go and accredit medical education program, while Nursing and Midwifery Council is responsible for the accreditation of nursing programs across all our training centers. Technological enhanced learning platforms such as online modules, mobile tab, and virtual classroom offer flexible and interactive educational resources. With this, people are able to learn other than going to the classroom. They can learn through mobile app, they can learn through some other online applications. Before now you can see that there is a single mentee with a mentor. Multiple mentees are students in training with a mentor, probably their consultant, probably their teacher. Multiple mentees having a single mentor. Until all of them, another one we call a Stasian pyramid. Multiple mentees will progress and graduate until they gain their autonomy with a single mentee. Another one, a mentee may have 2 or more mentors. As a result, you'll be able to gain more. You can get a skill from this individual and get another skill from this individual. You combine it together and you'll be using it for your own good. That is what is happening now. But in the past, it can be only one mentee to single mentor. What are the positive impacts of contemporary surgical education? One is patient-centered approach. The shift toward patient-centered approach healthcare influences surgical operation. Operating room professionals must possess not only technical proficiency, but also soft skills to engage with patients and colleagues. It's not only what you are able to learn or what you're able to use your hand to do, but there are some other non-technical skills that you must be able to learn along the side as surgical professionals, like communication, empathy, all those things. You must be able to learn it to be able to relate well with your patient. Another one is competency-based education. Instead of relying on how long have you been doing it, how many cases have you done, the emphasis is now shifting towards the comprehensive understanding of your ability to do something. Competency-based education promotes individual learning and tailored towards skill development. Another one is holistic training model. Beyond the technical and medical knowledge, surgical educators emphasize ongoing self-reflection, feedback, and the development of non-technical skills, which is communication, teamwork, leadership, and empathy. Surgeons, anesthesiologists, perioperative nurses, etc., are no longer trained solely based on outdated system, see one, do one, teach one basis. Now, rather, it is focused on shifting towards the holistic review of the training performance across all core competencies. Apart from what you are able to use your hand to do, what are you able to do with your non-technical skills? Like communication, how well are you able to communicate with your other team members to be able to achieve the organizational goal for the patient care? How are you able to, what is your leadership team skill? What about your teamwork and empathy towards the patient? Nowadays, there is integration of technology. Before now, it is whatever you are able to use your hand to do. But now, technology plays a vital role in surgical education. Multimedia based training, including video recordings, review analysis, learning from the past experiences. Because you've learned from your past mistake, you'll be able to move forward. As technology continues to evolve, seamless integration of resources that enhance skill acquisition, provide valuable insight to trainees is expected. Innovative educational models. Contemporary surgical education models are imagined to overcome the traditional barriers. These models adapt to diverse learner needs, enhance learning outcomes, and leverage technology for engaging the effective practice experiences. Whether through simulation, virtual reality, or interactive platform, this model provides opportunities for hand-on practice and skill refinement. It must be noted that the future of surgical education lies in the multidimensional approach that combines technical proficiency, soft skill, adaptability to the evolving healthcare landscape. Surgical practitioner leaders, educators, and trainees must collaborate to embrace this opportunity to shape the next generation of surgical professionals. Strengthen collaboration with international surgical training centers. I want to believe TORG will be able to create this opportunity for our people in this country to ensure that we have international collaboration on our trainings. Surgical education and professional growth. We have witnessed various initiatives in recent years, like operating room professionals ensure that they are well equipped with the latest skill and knowledge. Like what TORG is doing now is giving us opportunity to have the latest knowledge and skills. This includes participation in conferences, workshops, seminars, fostering culture of continuous learning and improvement. Because whoever that does not learn cannot do anything better. Mentorship and skill transfer from experienced practitioner to younger generation. We have experienced individuals in the house that are dishing out their experience onto us that are upcoming younger ones. Integration of technology and innovative teaching method, e.g. simulation-based training, virtual reality, enhance the quality of surgical education in Nigeria. Above all, the above efforts ensure that perioperative practitioners are well prepared to meet the evolving healthcare needs of the population and to deliver high-quality surgical care to the citizenry. What are the challenges in nursing education? In surgical education? Resource constraints. Be it money, be it experts, be it facilities, we have resource constraints. Manpower shortage cannot be overemphasized. We don't have enough manpower to teach our upcoming surgical professionals. Accredited programs, many of the centers have lost their accreditation due to the fact that they do not have enough manpower, they do not have enough facilities and equipment. Curriculum reform and infrastructural investment. Over the years, because there is not enough infrastructure investment, this has made so many institutions to lose their accreditation, and the curriculum, most of the curricula have been updated. They need to be constantly reviewed. Non-technical skills, like I've told you, like communication, empathy, teamwork, these are crucial to whoever that wants to become surgical professional. Are they there? Unfortunately, NTS are often not included in formal medical curricula or continuing education development. I want to charge all of us that whatever we are doing next, probably in terms of seminar, presentation, or conferences, we should include non-technical skill in it. What are the way out of our challenges? Because when there are problems, we should find solution to it. Government and other stakeholders should invest in infrastructure, equipment, and resources. Collaboration between educational institutions and healthcare facilities to bridge the gap. Now, somebody will be saying, you live in clinical practice to the education. There should be collaboration between the clinical setting and the educational institution. It is then that whatever it has been taught in school or in the classroom will be able to have meaning. We should encourage expansion of number of accredited programs. Now, of recent, the Medical and Dental Council have increased the admission quota of their students, and there are many institutions that have been accredited to have students in medicine. So also in other areas of medical education. We should encourage, all hands must be on deck to encourage professional development for preparative instructors. We should attract experienced practitioners to teaching roles and promote mentorship program. Because by the time you have them to come and teach in their school, there's some condition you put before them that will discourage them from teaching in this institution. They may not want to do, but we should try to encourage whoever that wants to take up teaching teaching roles in our institution. Promotion of importance of surgical professionals in operating room and highlight their critical role to patient. Surgical education should develop and implement online courses, webinars, interactive programs, which TORG does a lot. We want to encourage others to be doing that. We must encourage establishment of partnership, internship, and clinical rotation to bridge the gap between theory and practice. Stakeholders should engage in policy makers, professional associations, and regulatory body to advocate for favorable policies towards surgical education. In conclusion, to address these challenges requires collective effort from surgical educators, policymakers, healthcare providers, and aspiring therapeutic professionals, because it's a collective effort. Only government alone cannot do it. If we do not present this before them, they may not be able to know how important it is. If we work together, we can enhance surgical education in Nigeria and improve our citizens' healthcare delivery. I want to thank you for your rapt attention. This is the end of the program.
A lot of applause for our speaker. Thank you so much, sir. That was so impactful. Do you have any question? We'll attend to 2 questions, if there is any.
Well done, sir.
Thank you.
All other protocols, you've done a good job.
Thank you.
Looking into the new trend that we have presently, you talk about collaboration with the educational sectors, as in surgical educational sectors. Can't we look at it for an effective communication and more collaborative process? Can't we, as the policymakers, we've been talking about the policymakers to implement some policies in surgical trend. Can't we as well go to the World Continuous Education Alliance as a surgical team to tell them and inform them so that we can be in like webinar meeting with them, the medical aspect too, that they do go to primary and secondary assessment. Can't we as well go towards the surgical, the word, the work, CHA, to liaise more so that communication will be more effective, so that people will gain more knowledge. Instead of us even gathering like this, we can gather annually. But at times, we can just learn from that so that new innovations too will come into surgical the more. People will now know another, I won't be doing that whole trend of practice again. New one will now comes in. That's all we have. That's why we are all here, so that we make policies, so that those policy makers will be able to implement it in the world continuous education allowance. Thank you.
Thank you very much. They say charity begins at home. Each educational center has both classroom and clinical setting. There should be collaboration between the two, between the College of Health Sciences and the attached university and university teaching hospital. Both of them should collaborate together to work together. The hospital should work with the college. That is what we are. Let's start from that before we take it to the international organization. Take for instance, the College of Health Sciences and the attached and the supporting teaching hospital are not working together, we cannot get the best result in the surgical education. That is what we mean by that.
Okay. I hope you are clear with his answer.
Thank you very much, sir,
yes,
for
sir.
your presentation. Education is something that is continuing, and those of us who are still practicing, we must always seek to educate ourselves from time to time. I just want to throw light on an aspect of it. Most of the time, when we talk about education in our setting, we always limit ourselves to the public health sector alone. But I want to point out that there's also opportunity to learn in the private sector. It's just that in Nigeria, we are programmed to have certificates. If you want to learn something, if you want to do a course, if you don't give certificate, people will not appreciate it. Rather than the content gained, we put more premium on the paper than the content gained. But really, if we just want to improve ourselves in any of these sub-specializations, depending on where you are located, there are private practices in many places now that they do these things regularly, and they have opportunities for people to join their team and learn. If your focus is to gain, if you are not really keen about having a certificate that you want to show to council, that's just the suggestion I want to bring across.
Thanks so much, sir. During my presentation, I said a mentee may have so many mentors. That is the in thing now. The mentor may be in the public and can be in the private sector. Like in the yesteryears, that some people, some trainees used to go to Inaugural when Professor Awolowo was still alive to learn the skill, surgical skill. Professor Awolowo was not in the public domain. It was in the private, and they were learning extensively from him. So now that we have so many mentors, you may be my mentors. You may be my mentor in private sector. I will find time to come and meet you to learn skill from you. That is what is in now. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. We are so grateful.